Okay, Dwight, to begin I want to go ahead and fill out this worksheet. This is the document that we'll be utilizing to get the initial proposal for your vehicle today. This is what we call the Vehicle Investment Election Worksheet, or in other words, the VIEW. Now the first thing I need to know is, how did you want to have your vehicle registered today?
My name, which would be Dwight Mack.
Okay, and you spell that D-W-I-G-H-T, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And M-A-C-K as in the truck?
Nicely done.
Okay, excellent. And of course I am your salesperson. Now, before we get started, I just want to go ahead and verify, have we located the right vehicle for you and your family today? I mean, as far as equipment, color, and that sort of thing. This is the car that you'd like to own?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, perfect. Now, one of the services that we provide to all of our customers, Dwight, is to ensure that they understand all of the options that are available to them in acquiring either a new or pre-owned vehicle. And as you can see here, there are basically three options that you have available to you. Either you can finance the vehicle, you can lease the vehicle, or if you choose, you can pay cash. Obviously, Dwight, our goal is to provide our customers with a personalized consultation based on their needs and driving habits. Please feel free to ask whatever questions you may have to ensure that we've given you all the necessary information for you to make an informed decision. All right?
Okay.
Now, the first thing I need to know, Dwight, is if all things being equal, if you had your preference, how often would you like to be able to trade vehicles? Every 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 years?
I think I'm in that 3 to 4 category.
Probably in the 3 to 4 year category. 3 to 4 years, why is that?
Well, one of the things is I like to have a car under factory warranty. I hate surprises.
In fact, that's one of the questions we have here, is whether it's important to you to reduce the inconvenience and expense associated with unexpected repairs. So factory warranty would be one of the reasons why, and that would be important to you to drive a vehicle that's covered under that warranty. How important is it to be able to stay up with technology and styling? Is that something that you like to do, or?
Well, cars are changing so much now, particularly with technology, so actually both of those are important to me.
Okay, so that's pretty important to you as well? All right. Well, what about, are you a planner? Do you like to plan your vehicle purchases, or are you somewhat spontaneous?
I like to tell you that I plan, but I'm completely spontaneous when it comes to cars.
So that's really not an issue for you?
Not really at all.
Okay. How about the ability to hold on to any cash that you may have for other uses, such as emergencies, vacations, special gifts, or investment opportunities?
Well, I don't put a lot of cash into cars anyway, so that's probably not that big a deal.
Issue. Okay. Well, what about the ability to plan for the depreciation of your vehicle in accordance to your driving habits?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, let me explain to you what we mean by that. What happens is a lot of people don't take into account the effect that driving high miles has on the value of their vehicle. In other words, as you are well aware, when you drive a lot of miles on a vehicle, it's going to be worth less than if you hadn't driven those miles. Agreed?
Okay. Yes.
And so what happens is they may be making their monthly payment. The problem is the mileage they're putting on their vehicle is causing their vehicle to depreciate at a rate that is more rapid than that which they're paying back their principal balance on their loan.
Oh, okay.
And so what happens is they're driving the miles, but they're not paying for them. And that doesn't become an issue until they go to trade the vehicle at the end, and then they end up in a position where they owe more on their vehicle than it was worth.
Okay.
And that is a direct result of the mileage they're driving. So what I'm asking here is, if you had the ability to pay for those miles as you go along, would that be something that's important to you, or would you rather just deal with it when it comes time to trade?
Oh no, I hate surprises. Remember I mentioned that to
you,
so if I can figure out a way to pay for it.
So you'd rather just kind of plan that in and kind of know what your true transportation expense is.
Absolutely.
Well, based on that information, Dwight, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of different recommendations for you here today. All right. One of the recommendations that I'm going to take a look at, or suggest that you take a look at, is that we take a look at a short-term financing option. Short-term finance. The other option that I'm going to recommend is that we also consider a short-term lease. Now, the reason I'm suggesting short-term in both those cases is because you already mentioned to me that if you had your preference, you would like to be able to trade every 3 to 4 years. So that's your trade cycle. And we want to make sure that your trade cycle matches your financing option or your leasing option. Okay? You also said that you like to take advantage of technology and styling whenever there's changes there. So technology and styling is an issue. And one of the most important things, and one of the major reasons why you like to trade every 3 to 4 years, in addition to the technology or styling, is you just like to drive a vehicle that's always covered under the factory warranty. So based on those three reasons, I'm going to suggest a short-term finance and a short-term lease option. And if you'll just excuse me for a few moments, I'll go to my manager and we'll get an initial proposal consisting of both of those options for you to consider in acquiring your vehicle today. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, excuse me for just a moment.